Welcome to the Sports Hall in Prague, Czechoslovakia for Euroskate 88, a gathering of the 9 biggest skateboarding nations in Europe for this giant jamboree of skateboarding, including all of the disciplines, some you may be familiar with and some you may not be. Freestyle, slalom, parallel slalom, high jump, street style, which is of course where it all started, and the U platform, which is the amazing shaped platform you can see in front. But into the arena now walks the Swiss champion, Roidi Mata. And we're going to be seeing freestyle first of all. And this man really does have an incredible reputation. You can tell by the applause. Chooses his own music. Waiting for his opening trick. Here he goes. A bit of a problem there on his second part of the trick, but I'm sure he'll make up ground. Got tremendous rhythm and style, this man. The crowd love that trick. Roidi's settling down really well now. He's got into his rhythm. Looks relaxed. So there he goes, Roidi Mata. The crowd love him. Aye, aye, off comes the shirt into the crowd. It's great to see such a big crowd here. Skateboarding essentially a sort of specialist young person sport, but look at the crowd here, loving every minute of it. Colourful and musical. Euroskate 88. But back to the serious business. Roidi Mata will certainly be penalised for those 3 or 4 touchdowns he had during his freestyle routine there. So on to the arena now from the Federal Republic of Germany, Joachim Schultz. And the crowd well warmed up for him now. Tense moment, of course, before you start the routine. Once you get going, you forget about the crowd and just get into it. Off you go. And the crowd right behind him here. He's a big man for a skateboarder, but no problems yet. this is a good freestyle run by the young man from Germany. Not a single touchdown yet. This is looking good. Okay. Just 15 seconds left to go. Oh, and what a shame. Our first problem, really, in his entire run. Final trick. Judges marking on degree of difficulty. And a great ending there by the young German, Schultz. He'll be very disappointed at that 15-second mark. He was just slightly distracted, and he'll be penalized for that. I would say generally his run was lacking in one or two tricks with degree of difficulty, but a pretty clean run, and he's sure to be up there, probably in the top 5 anyway, I would think, with a performance like that. So this event organized pretty much by the skateboarders themselves, but attracting so many people from different walks of life. Hans Lindgren here from Sweden. That's a good opening. Very fluid. Oops, and just as I say it, off the board he goes. Like any sport or discipline of this sort, of course, to combine the maximum degree of difficulty with the greatest chance of pulling the tricks off is where the great champions come through, of course. Isn't it great to see a streetwise sport born in the streets of the surfing cities in the States, making its way into a big international arena like this and bringing together so many countries. Funnily enough, the only country we don't see in this Euroskate competition is in fact the States, but well, he's had a few problems, has Hans Lindgren. Oops. And when you miss a trick, of course, the hanging 10 there. When you miss a trick, of course, the important thing is to maintain composure. He's got some nice fluid ideas. And so there he goes, Hans Lindgren. He won't be very happy with that, but some very good ideas there. And onto the arena now from Italy, Giorgio Contati. Very confident start. Look at his footwork. One touchdown. Well, we can see what Giorgio's going for. He's going for the time just packed with as many tricks as he can get in. So Beautifully balanced, these guys. Skateboarding, a sport that's used by a lot of other sportsmen and athletes just as a way to create a nice, dynamically balanced body position. And touchdown there for Giorgio, but he certainly is looking good here. Steady handstand and a flip back onto the top. Sort of rapping here in Prague. Whoa, and what a shame. And we've lost a few marks there. Just 15 seconds left to go. And the Italian with quite a high score, I would have thought. This will be his big final trick. And he made that one. So, redeemed himself. Giorgio Contati from Italy. And I wonder if there's enough there to get him into the top 5. I see a slow-mo of that handstand trick. Nice and steady. And he lands that beautifully. Okay, next out from Germany again, Christian Siewald. Now he's thinking about his teammate Joachim Schulz, who came out earlier and put on a very impressive display. Had a couple of touchdowns. Let's see how he starts. Whether he goes for the big ones to start with or just warms himself up. He's just getting into the rhythm of things here. The crowd clapping along again. They love this event. He's a tall lad, and it's amazing how skateboarding has created this culture of its own, clothing and graphic design. He's looking very relaxed. He's got to pull out a few big tricks, and I suspect these will start coming. There we are. Well, almost impeccable, in fact. This is going to be the man to beat, I think. Look at that. On one wheel and breaking rounds. Very self-assured. I don't know how many hours. Fantastic. How many hours of practicing? From what age? No problem there. But oh, he's still got a smile on his face, but that actually could have cost him the freestyle title, I think. A lovely ending. 1 foot on 2. And Christian Siewald. Well, I think that'll be a high score, but 2 or 3 problems. And we'll be looking at that. We'll see that again in slow motion. Very relaxed. change of mind there, as far as his trick was concerned. So, from the United Kingdom now, Shane Rouse, young British champion. Looking pretty streetwise as he walks out into the arena here. And a very popular competitor amongst the whole of the gang here in Prague this weekend. Well, I must say, he does look very relaxed. And a brilliant start by the Briton. And an interesting choice of music as well. You normally expect something a bit get down in this arena. Just a slight error there, but he managed to hang on to it. Looking very good indeed. And a nice rhythm to his performance. The judges are looking for this, not just degree of difficulty, but fluidity, a nice rhythm, nice interpretation of the music. Ooh, well, a hand touch down. Oh, now isn't it always the way? I was just going to say how relaxed he was looking, and then the touchdown. Well, we know we've got another great German skateboarder coming on after Shane, so he really mustn't make any more errors at all here. Super. Okay, the big handstand. Yeah, no trouble. Well, the crowd love that. Shane seems quite pleased, but on his face, you can tell that he was a bit disappointed with those couple of touchdowns. We'll see the slow motion replay now. That's a lovely trick. Wonderful balance. So Shane Rouse from the United Kingdom, wondering whether he's done enough to beat this man. Gunter Moklis from the Federal Republic of Germany. 3 skaters in the last 10 here from Germany, showing the strength and depth they've got, their youngsters. Well, the music giving the crowd something to clap along to this time. I'm sure that must help. There's the one-wheeler again. He's looking good so far, Gunter Moklis. Natty line of footwear as well there. Well, oh, there's the first problem, so I would think it is such a close thing between Shane Rouse and Gunter Moklis. Something like that would put them about evens. But I think Gunter is certainly more dynamic. The degree of difficulty on these general tricks. Oh, look at that. Superb. If he can just get through this. Oh, look at that for a trick. Fantastic. If he can just get through this without another touchdown, this could be the winner we're watching. Certainly a favourite with the crowd and the other skateboarders here. Whoops. Another touchdown. This is going to be so close. Into the handstand. Oh. Well, trying to squeeze in as many tricks as he can now before the end, and that's the end of the time. Well, I think without a shadow of doubt, we've seen the winner there. The crowd thinks so. We'll be looking at the scores now, but first have a look at the action replay of this man. Extraordinary. And that's the Mo-Class special. That trick derived very much from the BMX world. What a routine, really. Absolutely perfect. And apart from that, 2 touchdowns. Let's have a look at the scores now. And I think, yes, there he is. Gunter Mo-Class in first position. Just 1 point ahead, though, of Shane Rouse from the United Kingdom, who ties in third position, sort of joint second with Christy Seehalt, also of Germany. Then we've got Contati, Schultz, Lindgren from Richter and Hatter. A very close freestyle competition indeed. So now onto the slalom event with local boy Ivan Rohan at the top of the start ramp there. Once again, to get a mixture of speed and accuracy here is what it's all about. There goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cones. He's knocking them all over the place. A bit nervous in front of his own home crowd. And I don't think that is going to be a very good score for the local lad, Ivan Rohan. But Swedish Jani Söderhall looking very relaxed. 1 out of the way. Just nudged a couple, 2. This is good. 3, 4 as he crosses the line. So Jani Söderhall giving Martin Tuma, the other local boy. Now he has got to try and appease the crowd after his teammate there. 3 gone, 4, 5, 6, and across he goes. So Czechoslovakia not having a brilliant day here today. Another local boy, Josef Stefka. 2, 3. See the amazing balance there. Beautifully balanced upper body, hardly moving. The arms providing all the power through there. And the legs and feet working underneath the body. We see this better now. Classic sort of slalom. Obviously the fastest run through is the straightest run through, as in any slalom. So you have to get as close to the cones as you can. Let's have a look at the Swiss, Santiago Mas. Switzerland, the home of slalom skiing. Maybe he's looking wonderful through here. Look at through that last section, the speed, and that's what I meant by the straight line. Paolo Gatti from Italy. Once again, great performance by the Italian. And finally out, we saw Luca Gianmarco from Italy, of course. And there they are through. A great crowd coming to watch the slalom here. Of course, everyone looking forward to the parallel slalom later on. We have a look at the Italians run here in slow motion. You'll just see what I mean. The upper body nice and stable, all, apart from there, all the work going on with the legs and the feet, and momentum being provided and counterbalancing with the arms. Great skill. Look at that, perfect. So we move on to that parallel slalom now. Back inside the wonderful sports hall here in Prague in Czechoslovakia. And we see Paulo Gatti on the right-hand course and Jani Söderholm from Sweden on the left-hand course. The start, so very, very important here. Once again, technically, there mustn't be any disturbing of the cones, but you've got to try and go as fast as you can. I know that sounds obvious, but a lot of people forget that it's, well, a good start by Söderholm. And look at him go as he comes down. He hasn't touched a single cone. He's way across. A fantastic first run for Jani Söderholm from Sweden. And I was just saying how important the start is, and that's what won it for Söderholm. But of course, he then had a technically brilliant run as well. So he's feeling very confident after his first run. And we're getting the times now. But meanwhile, we have Matthias Ernst on the right course, Daniel Riedoli from Sweden. And there we have his time. Jani Söderholm was 5:82 on that last run out, so that's the time to beat. So Matthias Ernst, Germany, right. Daniel Riedoli, Sweden, left. Watch for the start. They're all brilliant slalom boarders, these guys, but the start is where it could be made or lost. So the crowd's calming down a fraction now. And another great start by Riedoli. And Riedoli holding on to that lead and crossing the line, certainly ahead of Matthias Ernst. Technically, I don't think there are any problems from the judges there. No, it looks like a nice clean run for the Swede. And we'll wait for his time. And physically pretty demanding this, a lot of... So 6:11 there for Matthias Ernst. 5:99 for Daniel Riedoli. So a little bit slower than Jani Söderholm, but a good time. Okay, Paulo Gatti, second run, left hand course. Jani Söderholm, who's got the fastest time so far, on the right hand. Now watch Söderholm start off the ramp. Well, funnily enough, Gatti had a slightly faster start, but he's knocking the course all over the place. And Jani Söderholm goes through. His first run time was 5:82, so he's done the best he can. You'll see that again in slow motion. Now you see Gatti gets a good start, but he then starts knocking the cones left, right and centre. As he starts to get a bit tired, he can sense Jani Söderholm coming up behind him. 5:84, so his first time is the fastest. So we now look at the final runs for Matthias Ernst and Daniel Riedoli. So Germany, right-hand lane. Sweden, left-hand lane. Once again, watch for the start. Funnily enough, the left-hand course has had the fastest start throughout. Probably just in the imagination. And they go. Well, no, Matthias Ernst certainly got a better start there, but he's knocked one cone out of the way. They're going really well. A fantastic run by Matthias Ernst. He got 6:11 last time out for his first run. See that in slow motion again. That's where he lost that big cone, so it'll probably be the time of his first run will be taken and used for the final results. So we wait now for those results. And he doesn't know. I don't know, he said. The judges we have to wait on. Well, there we see it. And Jani Söderholm from Sweden does snatch that first position. 5.82 from Paulo Gatti from Italy, from Daniel Riedoli from Sweden, and Matthias Ernst in fourth place from Germany. So Sweden, Italy, Switzerland, and Federal Republic of Germany. The parallel slalom producing some great results there. So this is high jump. We join the competition with the bar, as you can see, whoops, a little too high there for Ludek Juasa from Czechoslovakia. And now the Russian. Look at the boards, completely different board they use for high jump, giving themselves time, and he's cleanly over there. So Michael Rail from Germany, cleanly over two. Big long board. They start off on the back of the board, giving themselves just that fraction more time to land on the board. This really does demonstrate the good dynamic balance that these boys have got. The way they land on the board. Here's Daniel Riadoli now. Just touched the bar. They get that tremendous spring and they have to land like cats on the board the other side. Janis Galis from Russia again. And the bar's a little too high for him. And he's not happy with that. Mikhail Rail again. One of the favorites here. Very agile skateboarder, concentrating as he comes up. And he's over. A good jump for the young man from Germany. A big smile on his face. He knows he's done well there. And we watch this. Look at this nimbleness. Over and then landing like a cat on the other side. Fabulous. And that's at 150. Hard to beat. Ludek Juasa, local boy, and he's over too at 150. And he is so pleased in front of the home crowd. And what a great jump that was. One and a half meters. A super jump and a great win there for the local lad from Michael Rail, Germany, from Roman Hansislek from Czechoslovakia, from Janis Galis from the States. Well, now we move to the street style part of the competition. Nicky Guerrero. This is where it happened. This is where it came from, the streets of the surfing cities in the States. And we watch these young skateboarders showing all the style that they put together from hours of just cruising around the skateboard parks and the streets of their hometowns. Nice tricks here from Nicky Guerrero from Denmark. Down the rails. Oh, he's blown it on the rails. Well, lacking a bit in inspiration now, I think, Nicky Guerrero. Oops, there he goes again. He's not going to be happy. I'm giving up. And off he goes. But it was a very different story for Rasmus Skalza from Sweden. Young, very self-assured man. Hardly a man. Enjoying it. Shame about his tumble over the bench, because he really is a self-assured young man. great. Super. Back up to the wall again. Over the ramp. Throwing in one or two nice little tricks, but a couple of problems there for young Rasmus. Looking around for a bit of inspiration, I think. Now this was the trick that he perfected. How high he gets. Great trick that, but not carried through in the rest of the routine. So let's now see how Denmark do. Søren Arby from Denmark. Okay, into the arena now, Mark Fowley from Denmark as well. You've seen what Søren has done. Let's leave this man with his street style routine. Well, that's the best anyone's taken the railings today. Whoops, and a problem there. A bit of playing to the crowd there, the other competitors at the end of the arena. Up to the wall now. Let's see how he handles it. Very well indeed. Using everything he can find here. so confident over the bench, which has caused a lot of problems. And we look at him on these rails. This is where he must have won. Look at that. So really confident performance there, and that's what it means. Denmark 1, 2, 3, and 4 with Mark Fowley, an impressive lead there. Sweden, West Germany, Finland, and United Kingdom bringing up the rear for the top 8. Well, we move on to the U platform now. It's been dominating the arena during the course of this championships. Born of skate parks in the States and mobile display ramps, which are the big craze anywhere where skateboarding is happening. And it's almost an art in its own right. Klaus Grabke from Germany, the eventual winner, showing some great form there. Let's have a look at it in slow motion. So the end to a great event for skateboarding. Huge crowds here in Prague enjoying Euroskate 88.
Yeah, yeah, aha, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, aha, yeah. Yeah, yeah, aha, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, aha, yeah. Yeah, yeah, aha, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, aha, yeah.